Hello, Linda here from Barlates, Body Blitz and Little Minnie in her box bed. Today we're doing another active chat, a coffee walk and talk. So we're going to be doing some easy to follow steps, 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, while I chat to you about all things Barlates, Linda Active, an up and coming sale and lots more. So if you want to join me, grab a piece of space. If you want to add intensity, grab some hand weights and let's go. Okay, first exercise, step touch, side to side. You can keep it as low or as high as you would like today. I'm going to keep it kind of a moderate pace, but if you want to, you can really add some jumps and make it your own workout. So how has 2025 been treating you guys? I have so far had a fabulous year. I'm not going to say that it's been an easy one. There's been a lot of things that have already happened in my life in the last 3 weeks that were very unexpected, but kind of a good thing and a bad thing. I might tell you a little bit about it at the very end. And by the way, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and click the thumbs up to show me that you like this sort of content, and so I will keep creating more and more for you. Next one, tap and big L-shaped arms. So I like to do a little bit of a check-in once a month or sometimes once every 2 months, depending on what's going on, just to chat about the workouts, to chat about what's coming up for Barlates, as well as my other channel, Linda Active, to talk a little bit about what's been going on in my life and just in general, just to catch up with you guys, because I really enjoy the community that we have created over the last 10 odd years. So for the beginning of 2025, we've had some really great workouts. I hope you've enjoyed the easier pace series, for example. Let's do knees side to side. The easier pace series is definitely not an easy series. It just means the pace is a little bit slower so that you can focus more on form, which is what we're all about here at Barlates, right? And there's lots of different exercises in there, including a lot of mobility. So you might have realized I'm on a bit of a mobility bender at the moment. I always have been, but even more so now, because mobility is super important as we get older, right? So we want to make sure we work it into our everyday routine. And if you don't know, I am not great at stretching. I don't love stretching, let's just say that, as in dedicated stretching, right? I love stretch style workouts, yoga sculpt workouts, butt kick with me, but I really don't like spending half an hour just literally stretching. It really, I don't know what it is, but it seems boring in a way to me. And I'm sorry for all those people who love their yoga and their stretching. I know you're out there, but me personally, I'm not one of those people. Just like I'm not a gym person, I'm not a treadmill person, I'm not even really going for a walk person if it's the same track every time. I need variety. I love varieties. Hence, 1,500 workouts on my Barlates channel, all very different from one another, because you guys know I love variety, right? Let's go 2 steps across with bicep curls. So that's why I like to add my stretching into my routines, because it tricks my little brain that I'm not really stretching as such if it is a stretch sculpt that also burns while it gives me that lengthening. So lots of that coming up and already created. For my beautiful members, the Holiday Express series, I know I said I wasn't going to do a holiday series this year, but then I decided that I would just do some express workouts that can be used during this busy period. So they're not really dedicated festive workouts like my Festive Fit series, for example, but they are definitely, let's go across and across, but they're definitely workouts that you can fit into a crazy busy schedule. And if you wanted to, you could add them together and create a longer workout too. That is your choice, but don't worry, my members, the next series will be a long one again. I kind of just had to find my feet because I realized that last year I bit off more than I could chew. So if you are new to my channel, you may not realize that I started another channel last year, which is all about custom viewer workouts. So creating workouts that the viewer wants by having a monthly raffle where people can enter basically their requests. And then I pick names out of a hat, and it's different each time. Let's go grapevine across because it's fun. And each month is slightly different. I have different workout lengths and a different amount of winners. So last month, for example, I had 3 winners and the workout length was 35 minutes. So I chose 3 people and created their workouts for them. I also have a members section over there now, if you don't know about that. And that basically allows you to enter into a members only raffle. So there's much less people that you're up against, so you're more likely to win. And the duration of the workout can be up to 60 minutes there. And I also have a section in the members of Linda Active channel, the members of Linda Active channel. In the Linda Active membership section, I have another tier. Let's just go forward, forward, back tap, forward, forward, back tap, where you can buy a custom workout. Now, if you are one of my members over there, I did recently post about that not that it was a bad thing, but I had a lot of people wanting to buy custom workouts, and I was honestly getting a bit overwhelmed because I was still filming all of the normal viewer workouts for Linda Active. I was still filming the workouts from the members raffle only. Then I had all of the bought workouts to film. Then I had all of the members and regular workouts to film for my Barlates channel. And my head was exploding because I have all this other stuff I'm doing behind the scenes too. Let's go heel in front. And so I had to kind of think about how can I streamline this without upsetting people. And I'm sorry if it was upsetting to some people that I had to change the price of the bought workout. Not to discourage people from buying it, because obviously I still want to create workouts for people if they, for example, have injuries and they want a special custom workout, or maybe they're just treating themselves for a birthday or whatever it is. I still want to make that available to them without having to enter a raffle. But I wanted to basically just do it for people who are really keen, the ones that really need it maybe, or the ones that like really want it, so that it just cuts down. Let's come into this side knee tap and pull. So knee pull and tap. So yeah, so it just cuts down the amount of people basically that will be buying workouts to free up a little bit more time, because those workouts were once again up to 60 minutes. And most people wanted roughly the full amount of time. So it just takes up a lot of my time filming it, even though I love it so much. So yeah, so that's kind of the news about the Linda Active channel. So let's talk about what's coming up, shall we? What is coming up in 2025 for Barlates? We're going to the other side, same exercise. Well, as I have said in the past, my members section, I'm going to be doing some more longer workouts, and I'm finally going to get to that, I can't even remember the name of the series, but that angle sculpt series, I think it was called. The one I said I was going to start filming months ago. I'm finally going to get to that for you guys. So that's going to be lots of angles, mobility work, lots of fun equipment like ankle weights, like resistance bands, maybe some heavier weights thrown in as well. So there's going to be lots of variety there. And for my regular free YouTube videos, I still have my bone density series to finish. So I don't know if you guys have tried those workouts. There's some fun short workouts with a bit of extra impact, because in order to increase bone density, it basically means, let's go tap, tap, in, out, tap, tap. Okay, this was a bad idea because now I'm going to have to really think about what I'm doing. Step, step, Sometimes, you know, guys, I make up this stuff as I go along, and sometimes it backfires on me so badly because I make up a move where I really have to concentrate instead of just keeping it simple, and then it means I can't really talk about anything complicated where I have to actually think. So we're just going to have to keep doing this, and then I'll get back to what I was saying in just a second, as in now. All right, so let's just do side leg raises. That'll keep it easy. So up and across. I've actually hurt my shoulder. I don't know what I did. I think it was doing too many kind of inverted positions in a row for too long a time. So yeah, I did something, I niggled something in there, nothing bad. It's already a tiny bit better today than it was yesterday, but I'm trying not to do anything where I have to lift my arms too much. So what was I saying? Bone density. So yeah, so with bone density, you have to put stress on your bones and your joints, and that's what signals to your body that it needs to get stronger, that the bones need to become denser, they need to be able to handle more stress, right? So if you are the sort of person that kind of has been brainwashed to think, and I was one of those people, that impact, jumping for example, is bad for your bones, it's actually not correct, guys. Of course you need to be safe, and you might need to wear footwear, you might want to do it on a floor that is shock absorbent, you might even want to start on a rebounder, but impact is what compacts your bones. And the impact does not have to be just from jumping, it can also be from weight training. So carrying heavy weights and doing exercises with them. Once again, if your body is not used to doing that, your body will go, hang on a second, I think I need to get stronger all of a sudden. So we're going to do a leg raise and tap in. I need to get stronger in order to be able to lift these weights. So your body is super smart. It will create more muscle to deal with the extra load. And that is why you need to keep upping the weight a little bit more and a little bit more. Because as we get older, our bone density goes down. And in order to counter that, we need to continue to progress in our strength. Now, people will tell you, you have to use heavy weights in order to increase bone density, in order to build muscle. But I'm sorry, those people don't do Barlates. And if you've been with me for a while, and if you've done my workouts for a while, you know you can change your physique, you can build muscle. Let's do the same thing. So up and tap in, there we go. You can build muscle even just adding elevation, adding little equipment like ankle weights, adding bands, adding intensity, adding duration. You can increase your muscle mass without lifting really heavy weights. Now, it's easier to increase muscle mass using heavy weights, but if you're anything like me, I just don't enjoy it. I just do not enjoy lifting heavy weights, and my body doesn't seem to like it either, because somehow I keep getting injured. Let's go side to side. So just lift your heels, and you're not actually jumping, you're just kind of rotating on the balls of your feet. So I used to do quite heavy weights. I'm not talking really heavy. I would say my heaviest weights down here are 10 kilos, which is 20 pounds. And I used to also wear a weighted belt. I never got into the vest because I don't like tension on my shoulders. So I made myself a weighted belt out of ankle weights. So that was only like an extra 4 pounds or 5 pounds. So it wasn't any huge weight, but I'm quite small and I'm half Asian. So my muscles are not very big. Even when I'm super strong, I mean, I can beat people, men, grown men, in a push-up challenge. I can do 50 push-ups, no problem, and beat grown men, okay? But I don't look huge, I don't look that strong, but it's all dense inside. The muscles are dense. They're inside this small frame, but they're in there. So what I'm trying to say is you don't need to do things you don't like. I did those heavy weights for years on my small frame. Increasing a couple of kgs of muscle made me look bulky. I didn't like it, and I kept getting injured all the time. Having said that, I am going back to incorporating some moderate weights. At the moment, maybe just up to 5 kg, 10 pounds. Okay, let's kick in front. So nothing crazy, because I know that it's easier to increase muscle when you do hold on to some weights. Okay, so I'm not deluded in that sense, but I just don't like people making blanket statements saying that you have to use heavy weights in order to build muscle, because you don't. Or bone density, because they're correlated. Muscle building and bone density are correlated. So there you go, that's my rant about bone density. So with the bone density series, I am going to include some weight training in there, because it's an easy way to impact those bones or compact those bones. Whew, starting to get quite breathy here. How about we do insoles, tap and tap. That's another key, guys, to increase your cardio fitness. I'm talking the entire time while I'm doing these exercises. Start doing something like counting under your breath, or have a conversation back with me when I'm going on about whatever random thing I go on about. Say, yeah, Linda, I get ya. I believe that too, or I do that too. Have a conversation or talk about something or count while you're exercising. I promise you, your cardio factor will shoot through the roof. It's so much harder to keep going and going and going and talking and talking and talking when you're doing cardio especially. So let's punch across. So anyway, bone density. I'm going to also be doing some more rebounder, because everyone always asks for that. And of course, some more mat work. Of course, some more ankle weight work. And I'm going to keep the workouts not super short, but shorter for my free YouTube channel, because I have mentioned in my last walk and talk that I do want to concentrate on my members for the longer workouts. And of course, the memberships on both my channels offer different things. And I just want to put it out there that if you are one of my diehard followers and you have memberships on both channels, unfortunately, it's beyond my control. Let's go clap and clap. I cannot do a combined membership across the channels. YouTube doesn't allow it. Otherwise, I definitely would offer a much bigger discount for people who are already members of one or the other channel. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't do that at the moment. YouTube, I must say, their membership section leaves much to be desired. I mean, I'm grateful that it is possible, but I feel like they could do so much more to make it more user-friendly for you guys and for me, and to allow things like discounts and vouchers and coupons. I mean, we're in 2025. This has been going on for so long. Social media has been going on for so long. We would think that Google could figure it out. But not complaining, Google. Don't kick me off. Just saying, let's go swimming arms. I mean, I am complaining, but I'm not complaining that much. I just wanted to let you guys know that it's beyond my control. I have tried contacting them as well to get a few things sorted out, like especially the search function in the memberships. So, more workouts, more ankle weight workouts, more rebounder. Eventually the Endurance 60 series is coming as well. More walk and talk. I know I haven't been doing much of that lately, but I do enjoy it. So I'll definitely be doing the active chats maybe once a month, but I'll try and do some more walking workouts for you. There's a few coming up. And before I wrap it up, let's go tap forward and back. Before I wrap this up, I'll tell you one little short story of what's been going on that's been stressful, but also in a way serendipitous. So Obviously, I love cats, and I didn't realize until quite recently that we have a stray cat issue right at the end of our street. It's kind of at the end of our street and through an alleyway, so it's kind of not our street, but the street behind. I did not realize until one of these little kitties started coming into my house through the cat door, eating their food. At first, I thought cute, didn't really bother me. You know, they seemed to be okay. At first, Minnie was a little bit aggressive towards this cat and chased it out. But then after a while, for some reason, they both made friends with it. So I was like, cool, that's fine. Until it started spraying. And then I was like, okay, not cool. So obviously not desexed. So I had to change the whole routine, get them in earlier, because this cat would always come roughly around when we were watching TV, maybe 7 p.m. And it would come in the house when we were up. So I had to start bringing them in earlier, locking the door so that that cat door wasn't open. And basically that stopped the problem for us. So I thought, until I noticed they started itching. And 15 years, Minnie has never had fleas. Let's go front and front, side and side, never. Not once. Yoda in 4 years, never. All of a sudden they're itching. So I realized this cat had given them fleas. And guess what? It was in the house, through the carpets, fleas everywhere. Fleas everywhere, oh my gosh, it was like a nightmare. So I had to treat them, which I don't love using poison on them, but I had to treat them. I had to do all sorts of pedantic things to get rid of the fleas out of the house. It took 3 months. Finally, we're flea free. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. So this started way back. Anyway, so then this cat decided to go across the road to another neighbor's house. Let's go bum kick, butt kick, and tap in. Across the road to another neighbor's house, into their cat door, did exactly the same thing. Sprayed on their leather furniture. Gave their cat fleas. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. So I'm like, okay, the only way to deal with this is to find who this cat's owner is. So that's when I started going down the street, talking to all the neighbors, and figured out that there's actually a whole stray cat population living at the other end of the street. And this is just one of them. So I was like, oh my goodness, called the council. Council doesn't do anything about it. They say you can trap the cats and then we'll pick them up from you and we'll give them to a local rescue, but they themselves will not come out and trap them. They used to, but they don't anymore. Other side. So I talked to another neighbor near there. He ended up buying a trap and he proceeded to trap cats. I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't have to see them because, you know, to me it's quite a kind of heartfelt topic because I'd want to keep every single one of them. But I can't because Minnie is very territorial. Yoda probably would be okay with keeping a few of them, but it was hard enough getting Yoda integrated and he's still not fully integrated. She still doesn't love him. So it just wasn't really an option for me to be involved. So this neighbor, he started trapping them, managed to trap 8 cats, gave them to the local shelter to deal with. And then the local shelter says, sorry, we're full. We can't take this anymore, 2 on each side. We can't take the cats anymore, so stop trapping them. So the project was half finished. There was probably half the cats were caught. So I took it upon myself to try and find another shelter who would be willing to take them because some of them were quite small. Some were like this, some were like adolescent. And I was like, okay, this is the time where they're going to start breeding again. We need to do something about it. Sorry, this story is going a bit longer than expected. Anyway, so found another shelter who is a no-kill shelter who was willing to take them. And so I decided to start trapping them myself. I borrowed some traps from the shelter, managed to trap 2 the first night, 2 the next night, complete rookie at trapping. Let's go, knees up, arms up. Sweetest little cats, so cute. And then gave them to her, but she also is like at capacity, so we've had to have a break from trapping now because she's got to like quarantine those cats, get them all treated, get them desexed, find foster homes. So she's an organization that has multiple people working for her fostering cats. I think it's like 140 foster homes. And so once she's able to foster those 4 out, then we can continue to trap the rest. There might be another 3 to 5. So that is the story. And that is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, comment below. And I will be back again very soon with another active chat and all my workouts. Bye for now. Love you.